Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make just a giant bridge like thing, and it's gonna look like a collapsed bridge and stuff. So I think I'm gonna end it like somewhere over here. Now I just gotta actually make a bridge. But quite a few good ideas for it. I'm not sure how much of the bridge is gonna be in detail, like as in by I don't know if I'm gonna make it like full blown, like have an arc and everything. If it's just gonna have these little pillars, I have no clue on how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna make the bridge first though. And once we have the structure of the bridge and everything, then I'll add the detail. That's not good. Okay, so basically, hopefully this bridge does end up looking good. I'm gonna try and make, when I finish this town and the wall and well, it doesn't have to be the town's finished, but when I finish the wall, then I'm gonna add the zombies in the back, like, not in the back, but around the wall, because it's supposed to be like a zombie apocalypse type area outside of the wall. So I don't know what I'm gonna add, like if I'm gonna add any like extra builds that make it look different or something. All I know is I'm just gonna add this first, because I feel like I need this first. And I got quite a few good ideas for the detail of the bridge. But first we have to make it go all the way over here with this side of the bridge. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, because I mean, it is gonna be like a broken bridge. So it doesn't matter really much whether it matches up completely or not. So I'm not gonna worry much on it. I'm just gonna try and just add detail, like if the bridge was broken, like pieces fell off. I'm not gonna do a lot of the bridge on the floor, cause then it'd go all the way over there for like very long. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm just gonna try and get it to look good. Cause I have no clue on how to do this. This is my first time trying to make a bridge like this in Minecraft, so I don't know how it's gonna work out. Technically, I don't have to do that. It's just I felt like it'd be better. Now, I'm pretty sure we just have to film these, add some andesite, and then, well, andesite on the side to make it look like a sidewalk, and then we should be ready to add details. I'm gonna add things like street lamps. I think I'm gonna make them. Yeah, they're gonna work. I was deciding on whether or not I'd want to make them work or not work. Like, if it needed electricity from somewhere else, like out there, or not. But I thought it'd look really cool, in the spawn tower, looking down and seeing this giant bridge with electricity, and then and it's like all broken and everything. So hopefully this does end up looking good. Nice. Now we just gotta add the andesite. It's probably mostly gonna be me not talking, because there's not really much to talk about. But I'm gonna hopefully get this to look really good. It looks good so far. 100% looks really good. Like that. Now I just have to add this. And like I said before, it doesn't matter if it, like, doesn't match up like that. We could just make it look like a piece of the bridge fell down there. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go that. But since technically this is supposed to be like that, I'm gonna make it. And then, cause like they have metal pieces, I'm pretty sure it's called rebar. I'm gonna use the chain since it could go out like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. And then for this, I'm also gonna add this going down like that. How does that work? That. No, sadly the chain can't be on it. But it looks like the barrier piece to stop the cars from accidentally swerving and hitting each other. It makes it look like it's falling down because it's broken. Okay, so now that that's like that, I think, okay, so that. Okay, no, that one's got to be broken. Wait, how's that? That is, yeah, it's a perfect 3. So now we basically do road on the floor. And then it's not really much special, but I mean, it should look cool by the time we're done. And then I'm also gonna add, where are they? They should be in here. Yep, I'm gonna add some vines to make it look like it's been abandoned. Now, I think it would have to take time for that to grow. I haven't really used vines much. But we're just gonna randomly place them around. Outside of the wall, they're gonna look like this, mainly because they haven't been, this side of the road hasn't been used in a very long time. So that's why it's gonna be like that. I'm sure we could throw some right there. That'd probably look good. And that should practically fit like a puzzle piece if we look at it like that. Yeah, it just looks like a smaller road though. So then, if we bring this over here, because I have a certain plan for it. And I'll show you that plan. I just gotta fill that up. Okay, then I've gotta add another one of these andesite pillars. Turn it day though. Just that way I could see. There we go. So I'm gonna make this go right here. I'm just gonna add that around it. And then what I'll do is I'll bring that down just so that way it ends up looking like one of those pillars that you usually see holding up the highway roads. And basically what, no, I'm gonna make it a surprise on what I'm gonna do with this. Go down. Then we're gonna throw this here. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice. So then we're gonna run over here, make this all broken and everything. Do that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then we're gonna throw this right here. And then we're gonna bring it up about where the bridge is, which I'd say one more block up. Actually, no, that's perfect, because it's supposed to go under the bridge. Wait, and also we've got to line it up. So this one's gonna be the center piece, and then I'm gonna get rid of all this. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up still, just that way I could remember the height. So that should be in the middle. Now we're just gonna get rid of that. And then now we can get rid of this pillar. And we're gonna pull this up again. Basically, we're just gonna repeat this process, process that we did over there, over here. Not really much too complicated about it. Now it's time for adding this. And I'm gonna show you the idea that I had. You might already know what I'm trying to do. If you already do, then nice. You're smart. If you don't, then, well, you'll be able to see what I'm trying to make. Okay, so now we're just gonna act like this is how it's supposed to go. Okay, so there would be one of these right here. Now we can remake the pattern. So then we go like this. And then we're gonna make it droop down. To make it look like it has been broken. And this does look nice so far. Basically, what that's supposed to be is it's supposed to be... Oh, no. Actually, how'd that look? No. Basically, what this is supposed to be is this is supposed to be like a... I'm not sure if you've seen it, but in like some zombie games or zombie movies, there's like a piece of bridge that's just like broken off and like it's now hanging and there's just like a piece right there. That's what I'm trying to do right here. And then I'm gonna repeat this pattern over here, and we're gonna do the same thing. And like right here, this is gonna go that way. And it's gonna just be one lane like that. One like that. we don't want it to be completely perfect, because if it's completely perfect, then it will make it look like, oh, it just fell down. It just dropped straight down. But we don't want it to make it look like that. We want to make it look like, oh, it like full blown just blew up or something, just broke. So now we're gonna try. Actually, this is a little too flat, so I'm gonna do that. Actually, then we're gonna bring that down like that also. That should look good. Yep. Yeah, that actually looks really good. So since that looks better like that, and that has everything, I think I'm gonna add another one of those to the centerpiece right here. Just cause I really like the way that looks. Makes it look like it fell. So now that we got it looking like that, we can now add this piece. That makes it look like it broke. We could do that, that. And for this one could have it like that. And technically, you gotta think of it as not chains, but like as rebar, like as really, really strong metal, so it wouldn't be bending down and drooping down. It'd be like bent and stuff. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the other side of the road. We're also gonna add this. How about we make that go? Actually, no, that wouldn't even be there. That'd still be on here. The reason why I'm saying that is because, if it was still on there, then what would happen is instead of it falling down like that, the road's right there. So if anything, it'd be on this chunk of road. So that's what would be happening. And we can tell that the middle of that is a black spot, so right here goes like that. Oh no, not that. That. Right here goes like that. And yeah, then we just add some of this, make it droop down. We don't want to add too much of it, otherwise it'll ruin the effect a little. We want to still keep that cool little broken bridge effect, because if we get rid of that, then it'll just look like you just intentionally did it, and it's not like kind of a natural thing that broke. And right here, we can make it like that, so that way this is broken, like if it just like someone stepped on it and it like fell down. And then, we could add some more of this. Some of that. Then we're gonna add some rebar there. Would that look good? No. And then that's broken piece. So that looks pretty nice. Then what we can add is we can add some of the andesite stuff. Like give it more of the effect and stuff. Actually, I'm gonna break that, put it back where it was, because then it'll just seem like I was copying that exact piece, because it was like exactly right there. So I'm gonna pull this down, make it go like that, put that there, make it an actual hole, so it seems like, oh gosh, I could fall down there. So now it's like that, and it looks like a collapsed bridge, which I really like. And then right here, we could add some of this, make it pushed into the ground. Oh, another cool thing that you can add to the effect, if you grab some andesite stairs for it, polished andesite stairs, if you're using polished andesite, which I am, then you could do that to make it look like, oh, it like curved down, like it's a little hill thing. instead of it just looking like, oh, it just fell down. Then that could be like that too, so that way it helps to the curve effect, like if it went down on a hill, or the ground sunk in, whichever one you'd like. You can also do this. Oh, not like that. I don't want it to be like that. But basically you could do that, stuff like that, make it look like it's been chipped out. And then gonna punch a piece back into the ground. And then over here we're gonna add the vines again. And then right here, some right there, just a few vines, because if you put too much, then it'll just look really weird and it wouldn't look as good. But basically, this is a nice looking broken bridge. What I do suggest is when you put it on, you just get like this, and then you just randomly press and place everywhere. And technically, you could do this on PC, computer, anything, on Switch, PlayStation. I was gonna say right trigger, but that's because it's my personal, like, thing that I use to place, so you could have any keybind for it. But whatever your place is, I suggest just going next to the block, like, moving whichever way, and then just clicking sometimes, because if you click too much, it won't look as good. And I'm gonna add, like, one right here, here, even some, like, right here. But I mean, if you want to, you can add a lot like this. Just spam a lot. I'm trying not to make it look like a lot, just because I think it looks better with little bits of it. So, I don't think that this one has really any, yeah. So, try and do as little as you can, but, like, put it out to where, it's almost in every view, because if you put way too much, then it won't look as good. Oh yeah, and then now we've got to do street lamps. The street lamps are pretty easy, pretty fun. Well, for me they are. You go to walls, you grab your andesite wall, you go over here, grab a sea lantern, go back here, and then you grab a light gray carpet, then you go over here. Oh, you don't want to do that. Then you place your thing just like this. You place that there, and it's okay if it looks like it's floating. And then you add this to make it look like the top, and that's just the bulb. But this adds to the effect, and I really like it. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. But I like adding the street lamps. They look really cool, I think. And let's place this here, and you just repeat it as many times as you want. And technically, what we could do is nah, it'd be a little hard, but, you could technically lay it down like this, and then grab glass, make sure it's like cyan, light blue, and then you could place it like that and make it look like it's a broken piece, like a piece that fell off. Actually, yeah, it looks pretty good. Or you could, instead of doing it like that, you could do it like this, and then like place the bulb right here or something, or I don't know, you could do it however you'd like. I think I'm gonna add one of them, just to add something. I might add it like facing that way though. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so let's break this. Grab this, put it like right here, I'd say. Yeah, right there. That there. And then it looks like it just broke off. And if you want to, you could technically separate this, so that way it looks like that, but if I do that with this one, it would look really small, so I'm gonna just grab it, extend it a little. Then I'm gonna break it. And it should look like that. The main reason why I don't want to do it is just because it looks like a weird, like, glass hammer or something. But it is a pretty cool thing that you can do. But I don't really want to do it that much. But, I mean, you can if you want. It's just a cool little thing that you can add to your world. And then, I'm basically just gonna repeat the same process over and over right here. Just because I really think that it's cool having lights like this. Like if it's still powered over there and then it's just like, doesn't work over here. So for over here, I'm gonna do this. And that should be tall enough. Yeah, that's tall enough. Then I'm gonna grab it like this, like if the bulb went out, then you could still place that on there, and then it's just a lonely little light. But I think it's a nice touch to it. It makes it look cool to me anyways. And I mean, especially if you're doing like an apocalypse world or something, like making like a zombie apocalypse world, and you want to have like a broken bridge, then this would be a cool looking bridge. You don't have to do the bridge specifically the way I did it. You can just copy this exact thing. You can copy this exact thing, but like with any bridge. You could probably even do it with a wooden bridge. You just wouldn't add the rebar, it'd just be a broken little bridge. But I really like doing it with like a really city looking bridge. And then I'm gonna add some over here. That's like 4. That is, I'd say that's like 6. So I'm gonna go up 6. And then we're gonna place this like that. That. Just a really nice thing to add to your world. And also, if you want to just have a city world, you could do this design. This design's basically the same design. It's just like a little lower, and it just has one side, so like that. But I think it's really cool making these little street lamps. Whenever I fly up in my world, I see them, and it really looks good with it, because then it wouldn't look as good as it does now. Like it'd just be all dark and gloomy looking, kinda. That's what I think. So I decided to add those, and it made everything better. But technically, like I said, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Technically, you could do the glass version where you just get stained glass, and then you just make it look like, oh, it was a working street lamp, but then, like, when the bridge broke, it didn't work anymore. But I think that this looks cool. And honestly, I don't know what to say else. I think that the lights were a good addition to the bridge. I'm gonna turn it day. Or sunrise. See how that looks. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. And then right here, I'm just gonna add one for this. Just a single one. Right here. And a single one right here. Just because there's mostly trees in the way and I don't want to, like, make it a bunch of stuff and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But what I'm also gonna do, because I had to sadly break these trees in order to build it, I'm gonna destroy these trees so that way they're not here forever. Because otherwise I'm not gonna destroy them, I'm just gonna leave them there and completely forget about them. But yeah, that's basically how to make a cool little zombie apocalypse looking bridge. It is kind of hard to start it off and like add that nice little slant and not make it look weird. It was hard to do that. Like, really make it slant and then not. Like, go doo-doo-doo, whoop. Like, if it did that, then it wouldn't look as good as it does now. But now, all I've got to do is grab the andesite, polished andesite, which I think is in here, possibly. Let me open the bigot. I don't know, I said bigot. The big one. And then, wait, where did I find it? And it doesn't matter, I can just grab it here. Then I'm just gonna break this. But yeah, you could, like, if you want to, you could make it look like there's just a bunch of, like, rotting, dirty clothes and stuff in your zombie world or whatever. And, like, you could use gravel for it, or, like, make it look like trash, like a bunch of tin and stuff. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It's technically your world. You could do whatever. So, as I finish up, we're just gonna add this. And then it should be done now. Just gotta add this here. And I mean, it is pretty low right now, so this is gonna look pretty short. And kinda weird, but I mean, it does, like, add, like, it 100% starts to look like, oh, the pillars are needed soon, and stuff. But right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do it like normal, act like that doesn't even happen, just act like it doesn't exist. And add it just like if you were to normally. It'll just be at a small slant. It's not a big deal. And then we're gonna grab this. And this one should look better since it's more further and it, like, adds more of a bigger column and stuff. So it should look pretty nice. I hate the flowers in this map. Well, not map, but in this world because, well, in any Minecraft world when I'm trying to build, because they get in the way and sadly you can't break them when you place build. So you have to break them by hand, and it does sometimes get annoying. Not much, only if you're, like, trying to build, like, a giant concrete thing or something, I don't know. But this looks really nice. I think it's a good touch to my Minecraft world. And then I gotta get rid of this. This was from a castle I was trying to make, and the castle just didn't work, mainly because, I mean, it only goes down, like, 4 grass blocks and then 1 bedrock, and you can't place under the bedrock. So, it doesn't really work, so I gotta get rid of that someday. But over here, we have this cool thing that I built. Sadly, I might not make a video of me building it. But basically, it looks really nice at night. I mean, there's a lot of pollution, technically. I mean, pollution doesn't really matter in this game, because, I mean, it's not like it kills you. But if we go over here, and we see it set, like, go off, it looks pretty cool. And basically all I did, I'm sure you already know, but all I did is just place campfires at the top, and I did actually do this to where there's water in here. I mean, it's kind of useless, you don't really get to see it, but I mean, it's a nice thing to add. I mean, it's just the little details that count. Like, let's say someone was like, I want to see, did the person be lazy and just be like, oh, let's cover it up and just make it hollow inside? Then you could just have them break it open. I mean, it's still going to be hollow inside. It's not going to be as detailed, but I mean, it is just water. I mean, I think that's the liquids that are at the bottom of this. I don't know. I've never been to one. But I did decide to make this because, I mean, it is pretty cool. I think the next video on this Minecraft world that I'm gonna make is gonna end up being me probably finishing this wall. I might not do that, just because that might be a little boring. It's probably gonna be the wall, or adding more to the factory. But I do want to add a bridge somewhere, like a normal, not like huge bridge like that, but just a small little bridge that can just go over a house or something. Maybe like from that all the way over that to there. I don't know. But this world has existed for like 3+ years. I've done a lot. There's the 200 subs video. Well, the thing to the 200 subs video, if you haven't seen that, I'm gonna set the time to sunrise. Wait, did they reset themselves? I'm not sure if they did. Okay, so they are set tonight. So now, what should happen is if we set it to night, they should go off. Guess they ran out of fireworks. They have been going off quite a lot. Oh no, they didn't. Yay, one firework. Basically how I did it is there's just this, turns at night, and then it'd go pew. And all it was is it was just a command block under here. I'm actually gonna steal this, put it in my inventory, cause I do not like having to do the chat commands. Those I just don't like that much. And also I usually do try and use command blocks a lot. But basically that's all you really need to do to make this cool little zombie apocalypse bridge. I do really like the way it does look when it's day. Because, I mean, it looks pretty cool. And when the vines grow out, it'll look really nice. I'm not sure if this is how it works, but I'm going to try and get bone meal. I might just be an idiot. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Okay, so those are going to actually have to, like, grow out. So that's kind of dumb. But anyways, that's all that you have to really do to make a zombie apocalypse bridge.